The Millennium Health Centers has developed a blend of medicinal mushrooms designed to address inflammatory pathways in the brain. NeuroShield will be added to our Brain Rescue and Brain Care product lines with expected release in the fourth quarter of 2024. Over the past 30 years, Dr. Mark Gordon has developed a laboratory biomarker panel to identify subconcussive and concussive neurotrauma, as well as nutraceutical products for individuals experiencing symptoms associated with their brain injury. NeuroShield addresses the neuroinflammation that evolves from neurotrauma, causing a change in the brain's chemistry, which can progress to mood and personality disorders, migraines, and chronic pain perception. Working with veterans and active military since 2009, Dr. Gordon has applied his work with special forces in the United States, United Kingdom, Israel, Canada, and Australia, providing testing and treatment. The results of his efforts working with Warrior Angels Foundation can be seen in the documentary movie Quiet Explosions. The success of the Millennium's nutraceutical product lines Brain Rescue 3 and Brain Care 2 for symptomatic brain injuries is what encouraged the development of NeuroShield. Why a mushroom blend, you might ask? Looking at the present trend and acceptance of psychedelic mushrooms for treatment-resistant psychiatric illnesses and certain addictions, made medicinal mushrooms a natural consideration for treating neuroinflammation. NeuroShield MycoBlend was designed to reduce neuroinflammation that is caused by subconcussive and concussive brain traumas. As stated by Joe Rogan in podcast number 2145, where he said, "The brain is not meant to be jostled around, and guys get concussions from being hit in the chest and your head snaps back, and you get a concussion. That form of concussion is most likely a subconcussive one that is just as damaging as a concussion. Obviously something not to be ignored." The remainder of this video will present recent articles supporting the ability of medicinal mushrooms to mitigate the propagation of neuroinflammation. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Historically, medicinal mushrooms have been used for over 1,000 years for a multitude of health benefits, such as enhancing longevity, anti-cancer, immune enhancement, and as antioxidants. Many mushrooms produce beta-glucans, which are immune-enhancing compounds, which have shown their ability to reduce immune depression associated with chemo and radiotherapies, and to accelerate the recovery of white blood cell counts. Additionally, reishi mushrooms have immune-boosting properties that may help prevent and treat conditions such as the common cold and flu. As post-TBI neuroinflammation progresses, there is damage to mitochondria, causing an increased production of free radicals such as reactive oxygen species, which can form peroxynitrite. Peroxynitrite is a caustic reactive nitrogen radical that inactivates enzyme systems that are responsible for serotonin and melatonin production. Without these, we see depression and insomnia. Additionally, many of the neurotransmitters and their receptors are inactivated, affecting the communication between neurons and the different lobes of the brain. Ultimately, the production of neurosteroids by neurons and glia is affected, leading to deficiencies. All these processes can be modulated by reducing the mechanisms that lead to neuroinflammation. Cordycepin, produced by the fungus Cordyceps, has been found to directly block the activation of the toll-like receptor 4, which is responsible for initiation of transcription and production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. Although we are focusing on the benefits exclusively on the brain, the MycoBlend of 6 fungi influences inflammatory processes throughout the entire body, and not just in the brain. Neuroinflammation is associated with neurodegeneration, which is the precursor to conditions such as chronic traumatic encephalopathy, seen in sports-related repetitive head injuries, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, ALS, and many of the common mood disorders such as depression. Inflammation increases tau protein pathology, beta amyloid excess, and the loss of enzymes and neurotransmitters that regulate our mood. Stopping the progression of inflammation before it becomes symptomatic is the focus of the Millennium's brain health efforts. Alzheimer's disease is one of the most common neurodegenerative disorders which causes dementia, demonstrated by a progressive decline in cognitive and other intellectual functions. The most classical pathological hallmark of Alzheimer's is characterized by deposition of amyloid plaques containing amyloid beta peptide and formation of neurofibrillary tangles constituted by hyperphosphorylated tau protein, which further causes synaptic degeneration and neuronal death. In Alzheimer's disease, lion's mane, reishi and cordyceps have all demonstrated their ability to reduce the neuroinflammation that leads to tau and amyloid pathology. Regaining optimal brain function after neurotrauma will require the reduction in inflammation and the recovery of hormones, neurosteroids, enzyme, and neurotransmitter systems that were affected by neuroinflammation. As each of these requirements are accomplished, there can be a progressive return to a healthier mental state with emotional stability and heightened energy. Similar outcomes have already been seen in over 10,000 Millennium clients who have used our first-generation products. NeuroShield represents a second-generation product with emphasis on brain health. If you are interested in gaining more information about the individual benefits of the medicinal mushrooms used in NeuroShield, please go to tbihelpnow.org and read under the Science section the paper written by Dr. Mark Gordon and team in support of NeuroShield MycoBlend, the Millennium Health Store's second-generation approach to a healthier brain. NeuroShield has just begun clinical evaluation in veterans who will be monitored for 90 days while taking 10 milliliters each morning. A specific laboratory panel consisting of pro-inflammatory markers will be used to assess the ability of NeuroShield to reduce inflammation in TBI patients. An initial blood panel will be drawn prior to starting NeuroShield and then again at the end of 90 days. Proving that NeuroShield complies with the philosophy held by Dr. Gordon, that only products that work will be offered to our clients, has been the reason why people are getting better. For more insights into our work, please see the documentary movie Quiet Explosions. Thank you for watching.